Hey guys, welcome to Techpoint Africa Podcast, and it's your boy Emmanuel, boy, man, whatever how they call it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that cliche right now. So yeah, welcome to the Techpoint Africa Podcast. You missed me last week, and yeah, Bolu is here. Bolu, well done.
Thank you.
Yinka, thank you for joining us again. You've become like a
Yes.
regular
I should probably add a podcast co-host to my CV.
to your CV, right?
Podcaster.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Bolu, well done. I saw the
Yeah,
plenty
you,
plaudits.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. You did
I
well.
mean,
It's Bolu now.
Pride will not kill you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I actually thought the front of this shirt was the last event we did,
oh no.
not knowing that it was the back of the shirt. But yeah, just for context, this
Okay, let's see.
is the shirt for Lagos Startup Expo, one of our major events this year. It was a really massive event, and yeah, a lot of interesting talking points. We did a video about that. You can check it on the YouTube channel, and we did some articles from the master classes that were really insightful. So this time around, we decided to take it up a notch. Let's look at the future of work, the modern workplace in Africa. What does it hold for us? There's a gig economy, there's remote work, there's AI that's going to challenge everything. We are still asking the question if AI is going to take our jobs, and no answer has been convincing yet. I'm sorry. I mean, there's been really informed questions, informed perspectives, but no answer has been convincing. So we're hosting the Modern Workplace Conference, Modern Workplace Africa, on October 21st, 2023 at Landmark. Please, I got the date correct, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, see, you guys keep changing the name. No, I'm going to drag you in public. I almost said a different name just now. Please, okay, Onome, please tell us the name.
Modern Workplace
Modern Workplace
Africa
Africa
Conference.
Conference.
That's a mouthful. Okay. The
It's,
modern
it's a mouthful.
Next week.
No, it's already. I think that's the one that is live. So
That's live already?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
the one
cool,
that is
cool,
live.
cool.
Except for the D that Precious was arguing to add to the name this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've resolved it.
So what's the final decision?
There's no D.
There's no D.
Or in conversations like in communications.
Mm.
Yeah.
To
But
be the D.
the actual name will not need like D.
Okay.
So yeah, don't worry yourself too much about the name, but just know that okay, we're hosting a work event and we'll be hosting really important people in the world of work, HR, and gig economy. So freelancers, people working remotely. You want to learn how to get a job from Nigeria. You want to learn how to get a job in Nigeria. Just come. What are those skills you need to be taking into account right now? So this is for people who are at the early stages of their career to the late stages of their career. Okay, what are those things? For those in the late stage, for instance, you need to know what are those threats to your relevance in the workplace, for instance. So what skills are going to be relevant? Which kind of role should you be hiring from? I'm talking about management, C-level right now. So yeah, there's something for everybody, and it's a really important
He
package
also
event.
going to be bringing together people that are training these guys.
Oh,
the
yes.
likes of old school and co that are like, okay, yes, you want to enter tech or transition into a new career, whether it's tech or any other thing. So
Yeah.
those other guys are also targeted with the event.
All right. So yeah, you heard it, right? Upskilling, reskilling, everything. And of course, those who are hiring, you know what to hire for. Please come to the event. All right. So enough about that. Let's talk about the stories for today. So we have some interesting stories about POS operators, the CBN, and a bunch of regulatory brouhahas always happening in the tech space. And first of all, if you recall, the POS operators wanted to increase their charges, but there's a new development around that. Who is helping us with that? Incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, the association. It's a mouthful.
Yes.
But then the Association of,
of
the
POS people.
Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria. So last month they said they are increasing the rate at which they are charging customers to make withdrawal and deposit. and then the federal capital, Federal Consumer Protection Commission said no, they can't do that. And so now, so they said they can't do that before, but now they are saying that if these agents start the new price, they'll be fined 10 million for corporate agents and 1 million for individual. So what this means is you can't do, but then it's still in the same vein. They still say you that the agents have the free will to do to charge to get their own profit.
Wait, I don't fully understand this. They are saying if the association decides to go ahead to increase to a uniform price, they will find them.
Not the association.
Not the association.
The agents that followed
what
the association
is saying.
Yes.
10 million naira fine
for corporate and 1 million for individual.
Interesting. But if me, say I'm an agent now, if I say, okay, if you want to withdraw 5K from me, I'll collect 4,000 for that 5K. I can do that on my own.
Yes, but then it's here to be. Let me see, because it's just so it says operators that each POS operators is free to raise price as they see fit to generate a profit from their business. Yes, but then you will not do 80%. Charge.
I understand. Yeah.
Yes, but then you should do it at least.
I mean, it's the market. The thing normally markets like this, things like they will self-regulate themselves because it's very competitive. I mean, I think when we were talking about this thing last time, we talked about how you step out of your house and before you reach main road, you've seen like 14 POS agents. So if these people are competing with each other and one of them says, "I will charge you 500 now for 5,000."
You see people that will charge you.
Just go to the next one, yeah.
And then, in the report that we released last month, right? Yes. So one of the key challenges for people accessing financial services is cost of accessing the services.
Yeah.
I want to access this. You are charging me, so it makes me not to even want to be in the financial system.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to put my money there and it's going to be a case of for me to access my money, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. So I'm like, okay, why don't you just put my money under my pillow? And whenever I need it, I just go take it without incurring any external cost. Yes, I don't get interest, even though they will give you interest and then they'll charge you for sending you the interest notification. That's another that conversation. But you get and then I really like you say. So say for instance, if you have 4, 5 8 POS agents on the street, the person with the lowest will be the winner.
True.
Yes, but then so the reason why I think the FCCPC is saying that is once we start finding them is the Association of POS guys trying to enforce that everybody must adhere to the new price that they want. I think that might be the reason why the consumer protection is saying no. Let everybody do as they see fit.
Thank God for that consumer protection.
So yeah, I think I understand it now. So what they're basically saying is, okay, everybody do what you like, but don't force a price on everybody. Interesting.
Which is great. Sorry. So take the banking space for instance. So CBN has like a benchmark for the cost you can charge for transfers, and then you have guys like Carbon Kuda that says no, we are not charging you. Do it for free.
Okay.
So it's a case of yes. Why those guys are charging for free is they want customers to come to them.
Yeah.
But then there is but then the benchmark say you are transferring. I think 5 for 5K is 10. Is it 10 or 5 naira? Transfer charges. So there is that cap. You can't go above it, but you can do below it or even do it for free.
Okay, so but this one is they are saying you are setting a floor instead of a cap, so you can't do below this price. and that's going to cause issues for customers. But I have concerns about FCCPC in this whole issue. So my understanding is FCCPC is so the legislation for companies in Nigeria is quite weird, right? So and FCCPC is like it's finding itself in a very, very weird spot inside this place. So let me explain.
Okay.
The telecom operators, their regulator is the NCC.
Yes.
Recognized by law,
and
right?
at times neither Chuki said.
That forced themselves in, but they're not really a regulator in a sense, right? So NCC regulates, but FCCPC coming to say anything about what the telcos are doing is weird. Now, so banking too, agency banking. CCBN is the regulator of these guys. So why is FCCPC?
No, so FCCPC is not a regulator.
Okay.
So they are meant to protect the consumers when businesses or agencies are not doing are doing what will hurt the consumers.
Okay.
So which is what they are doing in this POS case now. The POS guys want to charge more, and the FCCPC no, this is too much. So which is protecting
The consumers. So what if the CBN says, okay, let's set a price floor? Can the FCCPC still say anything?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible.
So I think for me, what I think is the FCCPC where they really come in is where businesses try to form like
Tacos.
yes.
I didn't find a good English word.
Yes, or like say they want to form like an association, or
Yeah.
you know when they start doing things like that, it will be easier for them to take advantage of people, right?
Yeah.
Because normally the way things work is if somebody's price is too much, can always go to like it makes things when things are competitive, businesses are better. But when businesses come together and say, just because you want to take advantage of people, okay, everybody, let's set our price here, and then there's no room for competition. Once there's no room for competition, you can do to people whatever it is you like.
I believe FCCPC's bone of contention is that people, the association is saying that you have to do this. So according to FCC, they said the function is to protect and promote the rights of consumers and hold producers and service providers accountable. If tomorrow, the telecom operators wake up and say they are doing this thing, and FCCPC sees it as something that it's not is not right for the consumers, they will come out and say, no, you can't do this thing, take you to court and stuff like that. So it's basically to protect.
TPO, right?
Yes.
No, EPO.
NCC too.
No, so
Can do the
NCC
same
is a
thing.
regulator, it's not protecting the consumer. So if NCC is trying to protect, yes, they can do that, but then they are majorly a regulator.
So, but the regulation, the essence of regulation of the government is to protect consumers.
Really?
Yes.
That is the entire point.
That's the whole point of it.
It's to guide
Why?
players in that space.
They are
Why?
guiding the players because the players might take advantage of the consumers.
So,
It's like
so
say
there's a
you have-
reason. Okay.
The way regulation works is that it's supposed to give you a guideline on how everybody in the space is going to play. So whether is the operator or whether is the consumer. So let me give you an example. The Land Use Act, for example, if you look at some of the provisions or the Tenancy Act that several states have, there are some provisions that protect the landlord. Because if you are a landlord, if you own a house and your tenant just does things willfully, if the law doesn't protect you, you're on your own.
True.
So it's a question of guiding every
Everybody.
single person. It doesn't have to be the consumer.
That's the
True.
operator. That's the regulator. But
She's-
then
she's right,
for
actually.
FCC, it's majorly protecting the consumers.
So if the operators, for instance, now are now saying we're experiencing economic headwinds, we're experiencing challenges, we need to be able to fix a price. Who is now protecting them?
Protecting.
The operators.
Okay, so that's where the regulators come in.
So that is going to be my issue now. If the regulator decides to come in,
Yes.
who supersedes who? Is it the FCCPC
So-
or the CBN?
Okay, CBN, for instance, sets a cap on how much you do transfer charges.
Yeah.
Fine. Nobody's going above it. So when anyone goes above it, it's cases like that the FCC will come in.
Yeah. Okay.
If you go above it, that's the case where FCC will come in. Or you're doing something.
Okay, let's say the banks now want to come together, not POS operators. Let's say the banks want
Yes.
to come together and increase that transfer charge.
Yes,
Because-
without CBN.
No, they now want to increase the transfer charge.
It has to
They-
be CBN that will do
so
that.
no, maybe before the CBN.
Okay.
These guys, this banking association, not Nubano.
The one that they are the guys that work with NIBSS.
Yes, the guys that work with the bank CEOs and everything, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they come together and they said, okay, obviously they will meet themselves first. Said, oh, let's increase price. Then they go and meet the CBN.
Yes.
The FCCP does not have a say in this, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want to clear.
Yes, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. You've done it.
Yeah.
And it's now a case of, yes, this thing is affecting people negatively or stuff like that, or it doesn't favor people. That's when the FCC can come and say,
come in.
"Carry placard."
Yeah. I mean,
do
they've
it.
been making interesting moves recently. I saw they've delisted some loan apps from the Play Store. All this conversation about loan
And the
apps.
Sycamore one that
Yeah.
they said it's a clone.
Yeah. So someone actually impersonated Sycamore, and I think
Yes,
FCCPC
Sycamore.
Sycamore. All right. Thank you. So apparently someone impersonated Sycamore on a Play Store, and FCCPC actually just mentioned
Sycamore
the real
without
Sycamore.
doing their own
Yeah. So
research.
that's also going to be an important point to consider. I think we saw it with Binance
Yes.
recently.
Yeah.
So they issued against Binance. Till now, we're still debating if it was Binance,
that owns the
or if it was just someone else.
Yeah, it was someone else.
Are
It
you
was
sure?
someone else that just.
There was another article from Mariblog
Yes,
that was
yes.
talking about
Yeah,
it's actually Binance that they were referring to.
it was actually Binance they were referring to.
It was a deduction based on every circumstance, not that it was factual. It's like, how do you call it, reasoned judgment? Okay, based on what was
see.
happening around the time, it couldn't have been Binance Nigeria
that did
Limited.
that.
It was Binance. Based on, you can check out the article. So it was an interesting one, but again, we are still not certain that it was actually Binance that we're referring to. So this FCCPC is going to, if things like this are not handled with care, I think it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, so for the Sycamore clone case, it's just a case of doing their homework. I guess they did not do their homework very well. And then it's because having an app cloned on, that also tells about maybe Google's
Play Store.
the Play Google is on Google, not on Play Store. I mean Google Play Store, not on App Store. So tells about their what's it called? It's modality for you to just
Yeah,
upload.
you
So
need
that means
to
I can just wake up tomorrow, upload an app and say it's from Techpoint, whereas it's not from Techpoint.
Yeah,
and stuff
it
like
happened
that.
with ChatGPT now. Bolu did
Yes,
a
yes,
story.
there was one.
Plenty.
They actually,
They've done the official app now, but
yeah, but I remember the particular one that I think was you that it was Nifemi that drew my attention to it, right? And I was like, okay, I sent them an email. I was like, is this the real ChatGPT? Where the answers were dodgy. After I sent the follow-up message, I realized that they've changed the name of the app.
But I've been the one that owns it then.
No, it's not ChatGPT. They just said GPT. I think the name of no, they said GBT.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Not GP.
Yeah, but they did it in a way that you know it was done intentionally to confuse people to think that it was actually, because after you download, yes, they used a different name on Play Store. They used GBT4, right? After you now download, you now start seeing ChatGPT this, ChatGPT that, and I sent them an email. I said, is this the very dodgy answers? Follow up email. Like, I think people are on to us. I just saw that they've changed the name and they've changed it to something AI, whatever.
okay. So yeah, I think everybody should take note of things like this. Please be careful of the apps you download on Play Store. Those apps that you use, PiggyVest, Payday, Cheaper Cash. Be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Try to look for the developer of the app before you download it from
Better to even follow a link from their website.
From their websites.
Which
You
is,
can search
Even
for
websites, they are
always
cloning
mostly
websites now.
It's not as
Oh yeah,
common
they are
as
creating
app.
website, but then you at least check the
Yeah.
SSTP or what's that?
HTTPS
and
with
stuff like that.
secure this thing.
It is
But
where
hopefully, yeah. So yes, I mean Sycamore is one of those lending companies that got their license from FCCPC. So I'm still wondering how this mistake happened. But yeah, they, to be fair, I don't think their KYC process is very, very stringent. So it's not quick loan, no. So
and they do for
businesses too.
for businesses, MSMEs and SMEs. So
yeah, so it's quite a comprehensive this thing. So yeah, still on regulators and finance, CBN has increased the benchmark interest rates for lending.
the third time in some months.
Okay, so for
thereabouts.
the non-finance people, what does that even mean? Before they go and see plenty hot takes on Twitter.
I'm not a finance person, but yeah, it's just basically putting like a benchmark to say yes, this is yes, you are selling financial services. This is benchmark to which you are using to sell it. So the recent time that that was increased, Emefiele was still the governor then. So he did it, and then GT Bank and I think Access Bank as well sent a mail to their users that yes, following the recent they are increasing their interest rates. GT Bank increased for their quick credit. I think the increases to 2% then, and Access Bank also did the same thing. So it's just basically, okay, yes, selling financial instruments. These are like the benchmark issues, and each time that goes up. So, and in most cases, it's in line with, say, inflation and stuff like that, just to cushion,
Exactly.
protect the economy.
Okay, so just to be clear, when the CBN increases these benchmark interest rates, it means my bank is likely going to increase their interest rates for loans.
Yes.
So if I want to borrow money
Those
from
are
the bank,
even the loans that you've borrowed that you are currently financing.
it will increase too.
Yes, depending on the context of the loan. So there are some loans that this time they use for it, but it uses prevailing rates. So it's not the rate at which to get the loan. So if in the middle of the loan,
Wow.
the interest rate increases, you also affect your loan. So, but I think it's only mortgage that does fix that. If you take it at 7% or whatever percentage throughout the
payment period.
it's going to remain the same. But most other loans, you take the loan today, and if tomorrow the bank increase the interest rates,
It will affect my
definitely
loan.
it will affect you.
So they will have to restructure my payment.
There was a loan I was financing with GT Bank then. So when the interest rate increased, so like Ogheneruemu, and then
Oh, so this actually affects personal loans that you get through that app, business loans, whatever.
Yeah. That's the whole point of increasing.
No, I thought it
benchmark
will
rates.
only
affect
affect
new one. No,
new loans, not
existing,
previous loans.
existing,
Even
affects
existing loans. Wow,
The one you're currently servicing. So
wow, and mortgage is fixed. So why is
no, it's the federal mortgage I'm talking about too. I'm not talking about
bank mortgage?
bank mortgage. It's the federal mortgage I'm talking about.
Boy, there are so many things we need to understand about Nigerian financial space. For instance, why can't I easily find a resource to go and get mortgage? I need to own a house, for crying out loud.
The federal mortgage,
I don't have 50 million
the
to
federal
burn at
mortgage
once.
on websites, it's not up to date.
Okay.
Someone was dragging them on Twitter the other day. Like, it's not up to date, and these are the guys that seems like to be that seems like the best option to get a mortgage for a say an average Nigeria for use that word, maybe an average currently an average Nigeria cannot do a house. No.
But I also think it's important, before we move on, it's important for people to know why the CBN does these things, and it's a way to
It's
control.
mostly for inflation.
Yes, because some people might not know what the correlation is, right? But
Okay.
if you have basic understanding of what causes inflation is caused when there's too much money in circulation. So if you can borrow more, then there's the likelihood that you have more money with you. But if interest rates have increased, you will not be, the ginger to borrow will drop. And most times is mostly for all these like market makers, like people that buy, all these rich people. They don't, all the Otedolas and co, they don't use their money for a lot of things that they do. So if they want to make money, take loan here, buy this security, make money. So it's usually, and they do these things in like really large quantities. And when they the market makers, right? So when they increase interest rates, the ginger to buy those risky assets will fall. So if people cannot buy those risky assets, circulation of money in the economy drops, right? So why is the man smiling?
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Circulation of money in the economy drops, right? And that way they can control inflation. And it's also really important to note that inflation globally has really been high. Even the US now, they've increased their own interest rate. I think is at a 22-year high right now.
Canada also did same about a couple of months ago.
Yes. So it's not just a Nigeria thing. It's a global thing, right? And it's something that will probably keep happening for some time until we can get this whole inflation thing in check.
Yeah, but then Nigeria's inflation has been like
Yes, for Nigeria's own.
Couple of years. Like
The global one met Nigeria. It met Nigeria, so
it is today is 17,
now worse.
tomorrow is 19%. Next month, like it's the rate.
Emmanuel wants to attack me.
No. Everything you said
Okay.
is perfectly fine. I'm fine with it.
All right.
My issue is Nigeria tends to copy global best practices without local context. That is my issue.
Localized
True.
without like considering the dynamics of the Africa. So this didn't work in the US. Oh yeah, let's bring it home.
So I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from the people that are at CBN right now. They are way smarter than me in financial services. But me, I'm saying it from the perspective of how it's affecting me. Bolu, in this economy that we are, is there too much money in circulation?
Yeah, when he said that, I wanted to say don't go and say it on Twitter. They drag me from here to.
No, in this economy, there's too much money in circulation.
There is.
so
your National Assembly is getting 70 billion or what they're about to.
So
Can't give
I
you
don't
8K.
want to shade anybody, right? But
Yeah,
You
so
should
that's
let
why you can't get 8K, Abi.
No, because money is not in circulation. There's inflation. Money is in circulation. There's still inflation. So Nigerian economics, for me, I think we need to have anytime the CBN does things like this, they brought Naira floats, they remove subsidy. I'm just looking at everybody. Oh, this is what it will do. This is what it will do. I'm not looking. I say, we are pretending as if we're not in the same Nigeria.
So in most cases, when you get hear stuff like that and you hear people's analysis, they are doing it based on as it should.
Ceteris paribus.
So this thing should. So no, yeah, it's a case of yes. If I sleep, I should wake up. Stuff like that. Yes,
yeah, it's
you might
basic textbook.
So
exactly that on paper.
When Nigeria drinks
paper.
water, it will stick in our teeth.
On paper.
Drinking water.
On paper.
We need to speak for drinking
We need
water.
toothpick to drink water.
On paper. So in most cases, when it's people,
I think that's absolutely
it's supposed
correct.
to happen on paper.
Yeah, but Nigeria's cases.
No, I mean in the MPC meeting that they had, acting CBN governor said they are not trying to unify the exchange rate. I'm like,
So what did they now?
what did they not do?
Saying something with your left hand and then doing something with your right hand.
So-
and then your two hands doesn't.
They don't agree.
They don't seem to agree.
So I mean, what is causing inflation? I don't know if it's interest rate too, because it's not like money was flowing in Nigeria like that before. I feel like a lot of the things we're addressing, the exchange, unified exchange rate, subsidy,
It's not what we
we're
should
just
be
treating the symptoms. We're not treating the actual cause of
So-
the problem.
You said something about maybe those guys are smarter than you. I don't know about that, and I will not say whether yes or no. So, the former CBN governor on national TV attacked this online platform that
AbokiFX.
AbokiFX, that they are the reason.
You know, AbokiFX have been beefing that guy since.
He said this come ahead. I don't. So saying stuff like that, how will I don't know. Anyway, it might be right, but it seems far-fetched to say yes. Someone that is just posting a daily exchange rate is the one driving down the value. Okay, AbokiFX has been shut down before they rebranded to Grey a couple of months ago, even last year. After that, dollar has been. I mean, Naira exchange to dollar has been on the nosedive,
Yeah.
like steady.
It makes me remember what they said when CBN banned them. They said we hope this ban will improve our naira.
No, steady. No, dollar now is. I mean, naira to a dollar is now about 800 and something K, depending on.
There's also something we need to understand about that thing. Does that exchange rate really mean something bad? Like the fact that a dollar to naira is 800.
So
for a country that are mostly dependent
on imports, that is the cost.
For a country that is mostly dependent on imports.
But then, if you want to encourage exports,
you don't do that.
Is that not a good way to encourage exports?
Wait. So you don't start from there. You are starting from the end. What are you exporting?
Chicken and egg.
Are you producing anything to export?
Chicken and egg.
Right.
Chicken and egg. So it's a case of yes. We are trying to put the chicken before the egg, but it's the egg that.
Or is it cat before the horse we should use here?
Or maybe cat before the horse. So we are trying
That's
to put
true.
the cat before the horse. So it's something that we should do first before we now say, okay, yes, let's do it. So right now, farmers are not producing anything. Like because the insecurity and stuff like that. And then to assess inputs, they are really not there. So
Yeah.
it's just, and then you're now, okay, yes, let's just do this. Instead of doing this before you do this. The
So-
cat before the horse.
You're supposed to produce.
true.
Then maybe if you want to devalue your currency, devalue it to
Devalue
encourage the export. So we've devalued it now. Okay, what are we exporting? You see the same oil and cashew and
Yeah,
we still even export cashew,
we can-
cocoa,
Yeah,
groundnuts,
but
rubber.
not in the quantity. Actually, agriculture still contributes to significant amounts to our GDP. So
Okay, so I mean that's why most of Nigerians youth now. That's why all of us we are saving with bamboo, Chaka, and Risevest. CBN also froze their accounts to say they're also contributing to the exchange scarcity. I mean, okay, it's fine. But thankfully, the new CBN, the acting governor has unfrozen the accounts. Thankfully, they've also unfrozen AbokiFX's account.
But they were supposed to do that last year. The court order came last year to unfrozen.
Yes, it came last year.
So
It came since July 2022.
these are the issues. We are treating symptoms in a country where court orders are disobeyed without regard. Why should investors have confidence in your market?
In your market. Because anything can happen and you can't have redress in court.
It's weird because the court said do something. It was not done. It's now CBN that they gave instruction that is now say okay.
Okay,
Now
well,
Oh my
it's
God.
fine, it's fine. So
I'm even glad that when they said that they are going to stop people from using the new notes, they stopped it.
that one was
that's
premium shaggy.
That one is another conversation.
Yeah. So okay, still with the whole. So this one now, should we say is exchange rates, is a global market, but Bondo Africa we have the shutdown. What happened?
No, not
that one. Well,
okay, they've pivoted. Okay, they've shut down their
Not
exchange.
they shut down
The exchange. Yes, I mean, which is basically what they do.
Service.
Yeah, it's the major service. It's a crypto exchange, right? And now they are shutting down the exchange, right, to focus on something they call CashLink. CashLink is a product they created. I think
That's one that allows you send
yes,
money.
yes,
to,
it's a P2P network that they created that helps you on ramp and off ramp. So on ramp means okay, I have Naira, but I want to enter crypto. How do I do it? So
exchange your naira.
exchange your Naira for crypto.
Send-
Okay,
send
now
money to someone.
exactly. Okay, I want to off ramp. I have crypto. I need so exchange your
So P2P.
yes. Basically, peer to it's a peer to peer network that connects you with somebody that has whatever it is that you need in the crypto system. So that's what they are saying. But I think this is still just a it's the effects of the crypto winter. There's nothing you want to tell me. We've seen a very good number of crypto businesses crumble since last year.
Shut down.
Paxful.
Nigeria.
Well,
Laser-
Paxful say
Laser-
yeah, we saw LaserPay, we saw Paxful, we saw local bitcoins,
Bitcoins.
we saw local cryptos, and these are just the Africa focused ones that we know. There are others, right, in outside the country that are really feeling the heat. And the ones that did not even shut down, Quidax laid off sometime last year. Even the big ones, Binance laid off.
I think Nestcoin also laid off too. Pivoted to onboard.
Nestcoin itself, it's not just laid off. They've moved, to something else.
Quick question.
Okay.
Has the bubble busted?
So the thing is, you call something a bubble when it's when it's not a bubble. I think this is letting us know that it is not a bubble. Whoever survives, I mean, yes, it's a bubble. It's a bubble, right? I'm saying this. Okay, hold on. I'm saying this because of what happened with the .com bubble, right? We can say the .com bubble it's like the old tech
startup.
Yeah, the old startup scene. But we still have them, right? But then when it came up, a lot of people, there was an influx, and then a bubble was created, and then it burst, and then the people that actually knew what they were doing were the ones that survived. So I think it is the same thing that is happening now. I mean, in 2021, the crypto space was crazy. It was mad, like actually mad. Investments, there was almost $40 billion worth of investment in the space in 2021. That was how crazy it was. And by 2022, it's really dropped. It dropped by, I think, over 42%. 2023 is even worse, right? So that's how you know the bubble has burst. And it is now, I mean, it happens. You see something is making money. Investors will flock in. Everybody will flock in. But everybody eye will clear at some point, and then you now know, okay, this is what the space is really meant for. These are the people that are actually supposed to play there, right? So I still feel you.
Yeah, but then when you look at it, so now bringing it home to Nigeria now, so you have Bondu, which is one of the big player in the Nigerian space, saying that they are no longer doing this thing. And so right now we only have the likes of, say, Bitmama. I'm talking of the
crypto exchange.
Strictly exchanges.
Bitnaira.
Quidax, Bitmama, Patricia.
And then Patricia is also there.
They've not said they've shut down now.
But then they don't seem as if they used back then. Patricia is always like on your face.
Yeah, in your face. I mean, like I said,
and stuff like that.
So everybody's feeling it.
Everybody's feeling it. So now, Bitmama recently announced raising. But they didn't disclose the figure they raised, but they announced that they got another investor.
Okay.
So are we saying that the likes of Bitmama are like the ones that seems to have gotten a hang of it?
Okay, it's too early to tell.
Yeah,
it's actually too early to tell. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know what the market. This thing might still go on for the next, I don't know, a year, 2 years.
Yeah. So
and who knows who'll still be alive by then.
Bitmama is actually making some interesting moves. So they're not just focused on the exchange alone. They're also getting into supply chain.
Supply chain how?
So
I know they do payments. They allow you pay for.
They did something around something like virtual cards.
Virtual card.
They did that, and they were using crypto to do that.
Yeah.
Right. So those are some things that, because if the space is getting too difficult to survive in, you will now start seeing the real innovators come out.
It's a case of innovate or die.
That's just what will happen.
Yeah. So the whole cross-border payments space has always been focused on virtual cards, right? But I think Bitmama is actually trying to find a way to facilitate trade within Africa. So movement of goods and services. So sending money from Nigeria to Kenya now is a very, very big issue. It's easier to even send to UK, US. So I think Bitmama is actually trying to focus on that value chain.
That's really a big market because yes, there is the African Union, which is just like a figurehead association. Yeah, sorry, it's just what it is. Because yes, there's African Union, and then me as a Nigeria, I can't go to Kenya or any other country without being harassed at the border and stuff like that. And then in Europe, for instance, someone with a passport, EU passport, can go. This is any without having to bother about stuff like that. Yes, you have that, and then you have the AFC. What's that? The new?
That's the Africa Free Trade Agreement.
Yeah, free trade agreement. And then right now, Nigeria, one of the big player in the continent, shut down border for a couple of years.
Yes.
And right now, we don't know whether it's still shut down or it's still open.
So-
and stuff like that. And then you have payments, which is key to trade, which is a big challenge. Cross-border payments in Africa, the same continent.
It's weird that
I'm not sending money to Europe.
no, the crazy thing is money you want to send to another country first goes to Europe and
Europe
US
first before
coming
you
back.
branching.
That's why it's more expensive most of the time. So yeah, I've had conversations with
crazy.
some of these guys in the cross-border payment states. Like it's crazy.
You can send money to Ghana. Sending money to Ghana is probably more difficult than sending money to the UK.
It's not good.
It shouldn't
And
be.
anytime please anybody in the African Union or any African government, I'm saying it boldly.
Come and fight
You
you.
guys are not serious. You are not serious with your free trade agreement. The fact that I can't travel, the fact that Africans can't travel freely. Fix travel first before you start fixing trade. I beg. Thank you. So
Thank you. I don't know.
You know what?
I always say I'm in support of Emmanuel, but if they come for him now, I don't
no. See,
No,
I'm
but
going to say this anywhere.
No, but that's actually the truth. Because if you say you want to open up trade within the borders of Africa, and then I can't even travel as a person first. So imagine I want to go to say Tunisia.
I'll just carry my business there once. I will not visit first.
So I need to visit first, understand the market, meet people and stuff like that. And to go there now, I get to the I don't know if Tunisia is friendly, but then to other, but you go to some countries and it's a case of yes, they delay you and stuff like that, and to get your passport, and you can't even apply for a visa prior to, you have to get there first before you apply, and then in some cases it's as if you're applying to
I mean,
some
Nigerians are denying visa. Different countries denying visa. And I know Nigeria is also part of them. So people that want to come to Nigeria, they always face visa issues too. So everybody, I'm dragging everybody, all of you.
No, they're all in the same WhatsApp group.
Everybody. So this is something I actually hoped crypto will solve, and that's what I've been looking
No,
at.
crypto can solve
Crypto
it.
has been solving
But then that's one part
For
of
me.
that's one part of the problem.
Are you selling?
Crypto can solve the payment,
Yeah.
but then the key one is not really payment. Yes,
Yeah,
payment is big, but then there is the part of movement of goods and services.
It has been actually.
of people.
Maybe not. I mean, we already heard stories of people who import and then they pay their Chinese counterparts with crypto. Because those guys are big on
No,
currencies.
I'm not talking about trade with.
With other
I'm
okay,
talking
within
about
Africa.
Africa.
Because
No, within Africa
that's
is still
it's within Africa. I mean,
it's still a mess.
what are you selling to someone? Okay, yes, you sent crypto only solve the payment part. The main issue is still there because I've sent money to you in Benin. I like maybe I sent money to someone in Ghana. I like their what do you call that, their address?
Okay,
Ghana address.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. I want to
Kenke or Kente. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I want to
Kente.
pay for it. I don't want any Nigerian tailor to sew it for me. I want a Ghanaian tailor to sew it for me. Pay for it. Yeah, send it to Nigeria. Let's see. Okay. So, please, if you are solving any problem regarding this value chain, please
Reach
meet
out.
us. Meet us. Onome, actually, you just made me remember someone that is doing something similar that you interviewed. But yeah, there are a number of startups that could actually help, but the government needs to be serious with this trade agreement.
That's the key part to play.
Yeah. So, but Africa, let's round this up. Africa, yeah, we have our regulatory issues. I mean, Flutterwave funds remain frozen in Kenya. They are still dragging them. We're not going to get into all of that.
Okay.
You can get into the article. But what I'm happy about was the US just got their own version of instant payments. That's how many days ago? We got ours in 2011. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
I had a
Something.
I had a conversation with Adedeji Olowe and then one other person.
Is it Shola for now?
So I'm like, Nigeria Nigeria is at the top when it comes to innovation in the banking space in the world.
Nigeria and India.
India with their da.
Like you send money and then before the person say Jack Robinson, like it's already in the person's account. Not a case of yes, you have to wait 24 hours to get it. Which is
Or you can't do transactions after 4 p.m. Or is it 5 p.m.?
12 years before the US. Like,
Yeah,
this is mad. This is crazy, right?
I mean, we should kudos to
No, I need to meet the guys behind that NIPS thing.
kudos to them.
So it's a case of yes, we are coming together to. So NIPS is like
Coalition of banks,
Parapor,
CBN.
and the other guys working in. Okay, yes, let's come together and achieve something. And see, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I should. It seems like dragging the government, but if it was left to the government alone, we might not achieve it, and that's just the truth. But it was a case of the banks, are also the key players in that NIPS thing, and just see that.
Just
inside transfer and stuff.
one final thing before, because Gracious has been waving at this instance. But one final thing I want to say is we have very smart people in the field. I mean, for them to have come up with this, right? We have very smart people in the financial space. These people should go and head CBN and solve our problem.
No, the crazy thing is, they're actually smart people within CBN. But
What's
I don't
the
think
issue?
those guys are getting
To that
level of the top level.
Your CBN governor, your former CBN governor,
We need
said
to do
something like,
something.
you are the CBN governor for crying out loud. These are things that a secondary school person will say, and you want to slap the person.
No. Nigeria has very smart people. I don't know. People should enter politics now. Job.
I think that's what we should start doing now.
I'm not doing politics. Sorry. Yeah, I can do politics, but I don't just see myself doing politics.
Okay.
I don't
So
trust
on that note, we're going to round up
Don't
this.
trust
I don't trust myself. Don't vote for me.
That's noted.
There's no tell. Don't worry. 10 years from now, they'll bring out
Not
this
true.
clip. They'll bring out this.
It's the first part that we are saying.
They will cut it off before you said this joke.
Onome is
First part that we
here.
are saying.
Onome will post the remaining.
It's all right. So thank you guys. Let us know what you think. Do you think more smart people in business, in the corporate world, should actually be involved with our regulators, our government? I know there's this whole conversation about when one finger brings in oil, it spoils the other. So people going into politics might make them, like Bolu here, he doesn't trust himself. So, but let's know what you think. Are you going to enter politics? Those of our experienced industry titans, please help our lives. You guys are really, really doing amazing work. You are. I would say the innovation that is happening in Nigeria is despite regulatory challenges, not because of regulatory backing. So, but I'm hoping to be wrong. But yeah, a lot of things have happened. Regulators that have fostered innovation most of the time, it's most likely the industry that is dragging them along. And let us know what you think about all our stories today. Flutterwave in Kenya, FCCPC, that's an interesting one between PoS operators. And don't forget, the Modern Workplace event happening October 21st, 2023 at Landmark. Yeah, we'll be giving you more details, more juice in the future. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletters. We have a new newsletter called Equity Merchants, focused on founders and investors. It's a resource for people in the space. Just brief, scannable. We're not going to waste your time. Just open, scan, and move on. There's FinTech Today. There's Workaholic, and there's of course our intelligence reports. Intel Point. People should stop changing names too much.
I'm not changing them.
It's
It's actually been Interpoint in-house since 2019, I believe. In-house.
Okay, in-house.
Noted.
All right. Yeah, Money Points. Thank you for sponsoring our report. So yeah, you can go and download it at interpoint.co, right?
Yes, that's it.
All right. So see you guys and have a nice day.
Peace out.